By the way, when we talk about the GIA, where's their new grading system for laboratory-grown diamonds? What are they waiting for? Welcome, everybody, to the Hard Truth Diamond Podcast. I believe we're on episode 154. And expectations, the future of the diamond industry. That's what's at stake today, and that's what I'm going to talk about. And in so many ways, this industry is about to change. And I'll start with the most obvious deep change has been the unbelievable, unexpected growth of laboratory-created diamonds. No one in the world can tell the difference. We all sit here going in almost a state of shock as to how prevalent they've become, but why not? They're identical. There's no difference. Those little, by the way, before I get started, look at the view behind me. We're high atop the beautiful Marriott Pinnacle Hotel, 37th floor, downtown Vancouver, British Columbia. Unbelievable beauty to match our diamonds, I guess, I might say. But, you know, I've been at this for a long time. I've been in the diamond industry, and thank you, Marriott. We've loved having our offices here all these years. I've been doing this for 43 years this year. I've been at every end of the business. I've been up and down and all around. And, you know, I was there when Blue Nile took advantage of the internet and was able to flatline prices and may have even been subsidizing prices to own price. I was there when the internet came along. I was there when there was no internet. I was there when there was, no cell phones. When I started off selling to jewelers, I was a small one-man operation driving out of my little BMW and delivering diamonds to jewelry stores. Have grown some very successful businesses over the years, retired, and here I am back again for the next evolution. Retirement doesn't suit me. Evolution of the diamond industry and what it's going to be. And I've made these predictions all along. If you go on our Instagram or TikTok, you can have a look now at what's going on. And some of my predictions from as far back as 4 or 5 years ago, where I predicted the decline of the mined diamond industry predicated on what would happen with laboratory-grown diamonds. And guys, it's happened in spades. I can remember when they used to say mean things like, the rocks are in his head. It's kind of funny, but they were not, and they are not. And today we have to have another very close look at the future of the industry. And, whenever I talk about diamonds or diamond jewelry, I always want to keep it where it matters. And it's not the acquisition or the buying, but it's the ownership and what it's like to own a diamond, for example, of beauty. My clients over the decades have, I come to respect the fact that beauty's the only return, because they can put their finger in their ring, they can go out, stick their finger out in the best jewelry store in Vancouver, where else do we have offices? New York, Los Angeles, wherever they are in the world, and have the most beautiful diamond in the room every single time. And now more than ever, that's what's important. Now more than ever, owning beauty is important, because every single, 1 out of 2 engagement rings the trade's admitting to finally is a laboratory grown diamond that's in the North American market. I think it's higher, and I'm right again. And not to be, cocky about it, but it's just the reality of what's going on. We're on the front lines. We broker and make engagement rings we deliver every single day. We're delivering right now today to Hong Kong, a gorgeous, gorgeous engagement ring. We're delivering to one to Canada, which is rare for us. Most of our business is in the US. And there's another one going to Kansas City. Hey, Jason. And look, all over the world we ship, and it's the same now. Very few people are looking for a diamond that came out of a mine. Certainly the prices have crashed and are crashing like I've never seen before, although again, I predicted it. The baseline for price, De Beers recently went out and sold under it. So they're selling their diamonds like I predicted they would. And again, maybe I got to get away from this I predict it, but no one else talked about this, the fact that this multi-billion-dollar company was going to have to get some cash going sooner or later, and how they did that by selling off rough to their friends. It's a different world in the diamond world. We're going to see a lot of closures. We're going to see a lot of change. And one of the biggest areas of change we're going to see, you guys, is without question the use of AI. I've hired and fired and had and, worked with employees over 20-year periods and built some very big companies together. As time seems to go on, we seem to be able to do that faster and faster. I came back to the industry because of laboratory-grown diamonds, but here's why I'm staying. I'm staying for AI. And so recently we made some choices as a corporation. Our commitment is to the most beautiful diamonds in the world at prices that defy comparison. And we're committed to keeping that commitment. And so there is simply no way in the world today you should be considering owning diamonds and paying retail for them anymore. We do our price checks with companies like Blue Nile. We do our price checks with companies like Brilliant Earth, all great companies. James Allen, I'm not so thrilled with, but all great companies, big retail companies, who, if you order their diamond from them, you're going to pay 2-3 times as much, sometimes 4 or 5 times as much as buying it or owning it broker direct through the Global Diamond Broker. What we did over the years is we started to advance a jewelry line, a concept where you could acquire your diamond direct. By the way, I own Diamonds Direct. I sold the rights to that company years ago before I retired. But you could own your diamonds direct, just like your jeweler does, or even better sometimes, and be able to create jewelry. When you look at the diamonds and diamond jewelry, really what you're paying for is the diamond. The jewelry, the gold, the manufacturer, very rarely is it worth the value, especially when you get up into these 5 and 10,000 and 100,000 and 1 million and $10 million diamond rings. And if you've been paying attention, there's lots of them out there in the marketplace today. We do them all, and all at prices that continue to defy comparison. And I don't want to bog down on this, but this is the new reality of the industry. And so, as many of you are aware, and many of you are wearing, is the Rare Rock brand. Because my personal commitment was to beauty. It was early. I didn't go after the money. I didn't lie to people about the grades of their diamonds. Still today, it's GIA or no way. By the way, when we talk about the GIA, where's their new grading system for laboratory-grown diamonds? What are they waiting for? Is it coming at all? Are they really going to let IGI, an inferior laboratory, but making the right choice for you, to be able to keep certifying laboratory-grown diamonds like they're a mine diamond. I know they've received lots of pressure to make the change. They're not making it. They've been clear about it. They won't be forced to do it. And is the GIA going to capitulate? The first day I heard the announcement, I was suspect that they would ever get there. And look, they've had to change their minds on other things. If you've ever felt more secure with your diamond in one of those sealed packages or briefcas that they have with the plastic where the diamond looks beautiful and you can order your diamond that way. Well, they changed their minds on those when anybody could, not anybody, but they got counterfeiting them, and they were taking them apart and putting them back together and putting different diamonds in that looked the same, and the thieves were making off with thousands and thousands. One of the things, I talk about today, we're doing a post today on verification. Certification is simply not enough. Verification. And if you put this through a really look conscientiously and closely at owning a diamond today, it's not what it used to be. You have the battle of lab-grown versus mine. You have the battle of accuracy and grade. You have the battle of the mistrust that I believe should be there by any guy going out to own a diamond today. Look, it's a frightening place. Look, the reality of what's going on is the reality of what's going on. What's going on is the prices are dropping like crazy. What's going on is mines are going to close. What's going on is the proliferation of laboratory-grown diamonds and its role in a luxury status, which, by the way, LVMH took early and went after, particularly in the colored diamond side. Look, it's happening. My clients from Texas to New York to Florida to Saudi Arabia to Dubai to all over the world aren't telling anybody that their diamonds are laboratory grown. Nobody can tell the difference. And now here's what's happening is nobody cares. I make the joke all the time about owning a mined diamond. And what are you going to do? You're going to wear a shirt that says, "Mine's mined"? I don't think so. The world of diamonds has changed, and we've had to change with it. And one of the ways we're changing is we're doing it again, like we've done for over 4 decades. We're reducing our overheads so you receive the most beautiful diamonds and diamond jewelry at prices that defy comparison. And as we do this, we're rebranding. And as we rebrand not just for the future, but for the opportunity that our buyers have, is we're going to modify the name. You've heard it, we've used it. Our diamonds are rare. They're rare number one, because wherever you go for the rest of your life, they're the most beautiful diamonds in the room. And I hear it over and over and over again from the hundreds of people, hundreds of clients, hundreds of friends that are wearing rare rock today. And if it's a rare rock, it's the most beautiful and the rarest in the room. So that's number one. And yet we want people to know the legacy of a global diamond broker, of the global diamond broker, which is me. And it's a little bit humbling for me, but we have family in the business now. My children are involved in the business, who are very much brighter and more capable than I could ever be. We've gotten rid of a lot of people I'm sorry to say it, like a lot of companies out there, a lot of what was being done here can be done through AI. For goodness sakes, I could be AI sitting here talking to you. I heard myself speak through 11 Labs the other day as me. And let me tell you something, it's chilling to hear yourself speak to you. It's not like a recording. It's like you're literally talking to yourself. And those kind of changes, you see them all the time if you're on social media at all. These kind of changes have literally changed everything. Look, your safety and security when you own a diamond or order a diamond, the verification system of the diamond. We've been talking about this here with my team today. How the diamond shipped, where the diamond shipped. I mean, insurance. I mean, do you know what scams the insurance business have been running for years? I'm going to be doing a podcast on that in the next few weeks. It's been horrible, and there's more. One of the things we like to talk about is transparency and to be transparent in the industry, and boy, do we take hits for it. And I am not a paranoid person. I am not but boy, do we take hits from the industry. Getting letters from large mining companies, and yeah, it's fun. Maybe I'll start introducing some of them on the podcast, because it's a whole new podcast. Look, we're truly Backstage. We want to answer your questions. We want you to go places in the diamond industry that you've never been before. I've been all over the world. All over the world. Northern China, the Philippines, Antwerp, Belgium, the second time round. It's a story I'll tell sometime. But, we are the real deal. We're the first line. We're direct access. We have the experience, the knowledge, the know-how to move forward, to present the world a new way to own luxury diamonds, and to be an intelligent diamond buyer, to be a savvy, intelligent diamond owner as well, and that's Rare Rock. If you go to rarerock.com, you can have a look at what's there. We have all kinds of suggestions now for what to call it, but I think the brand is going to be called Rare Rock, the Global Diamond Broker. It won't be me anymore, because it's getting bigger than me. I can only do so much to carry the message, to do the work, to select the stones. We're at a time in history where we can literally structure it so that AI does all of the work. And guys, this isn't AI, like you see on some of the social media posts. This is AI where it's real. This is AI doing the grading. This is AI creating the environment for a successful ownership of diamonds for you. Transparency in pricing, transparency in beauty. If someone tries to tell you in a white engagement diamond that beauty's more important, bro, talk to our clients. I'm doing a ring right now for a client whose parents got their engagement ring from me, which is something that I'm kind of proud of, but not proud of at the same time. But here's what he says. Everywhere we went in our life, people always talked about my mom's diamond. I get this all the time because it was always the prettiest in the room. A diamond is not a diamond is a diamond. We can talk about natural fancy colored diamonds and what an investment they're becoming, and particularly Argyle pink diamonds that are, basically a controlled asset class, and certainly limited in the number available, of which I was the authorized partner for that mine. That's all great. But nowadays with white diamonds, why pay triple? Understand, there's no value in a setting. What you're paying for, what you're owning forever, it still works. is something very nebulous, and it's called beauty. But here's the thing about it. Everybody knows it when they see it. This industry, the diamond industry, of which I've been a proud member for 43 years, of which I've worked at, the very top end of the industry, retail, hated it, to be honest, all through brokerage, traveling across North America with a briefcase full of diamonds, and 15 or 20 mil in the briefcase, selling to every jewelry store between New York and LA, to, opening a national jewelry store chain, opening their stores, to, look, it's a new world. You're going to see lots of stores close. You're going to hear lots of things. Here's the one thing we've provided for those 43 years. Accuracy. Accuracy in information. Does it mean we're always right? No, it doesn't mean that. It means when you made a decision, you got to make choices. Were we always right with white diamonds? You're damn skippy we were. Colored diamonds are a different world, but if you look at it today, we become righter every day. We said these things would become the hottest hard asset class in the world, and it looks like they're now starting to do that, predicated on white diamonds no longer being necessary to mine. And guys, when you think about the mining thing, 85% of what they mine is for industrial. So now the companies can pay, 50 cents a carat rather than $10 a carat. And so that business is I refer to it as a dodo bird. It's gone for all intents and purposes. Lab will be pretty well the only way, although there's so many diamonds above ground. You see Botswana fighting with De Beers over what to do. De Beers, owned by Anglo-American, just want the blank out of here. And you can't blame them. Every day, mines are closing. Every day, people in the industry are losing their jobs. We're here to help you forward, to provide you with rare rock. From now on, if you get an engagement ring from us, and thousands do, it's a rare rock. And when they ask, and they will ask, you'll see. My clients all share this with me, because we know the secret to beauty. You can ask me, I'll tell you what it is, but it's a secret even to the trade, is the fact that it's the only return today more than ever. I'm Colin David Ferguson. I am the Global Diamond Broker. I love sitting here and sharing with you, but the fact of the matter is, I gotta go back to work because we're busy. We're open in Europe now, which is very, very exciting for us. Again, I don't know if you know, I also had an office in Antwerp, Belgium, when it was the center of the diamond universe. We're working hard for our friends and clients all over the world to provide the most beautiful diamonds in the world at prices that day in, day out defy comparison. Price is never our issue. No one ever beats the price. Let me share this as well. Over the years, I've certainly built up relationships with owners of other mines and brokers of other rare jewels. I'm talking specifically emeralds, rubies, sapphires. And look, the bottom line is this. We're in. Rare rocks in. If they're the most beautiful and we can broker them, we're there. Gotta run. Episode 154 in the can. We have, I believe, the second longest running podcast in the industry. We ain't going nowhere. You got questions, I've got answers. God bless. Talk soon.